Have you ever felt like something was just meant to be? Have you ever thought about why, out of all the videos out there, this one happened to be the one that you were looking at right now? It's not a mistake. There's no chance about it. It is aligned. The test you just passed was quiet, and 99% of people fail it without even realizing it. You're still looking at these words, which means that deep down, something powerful is starting to change in you. Most people would have scrolled on by now, drawn to the next thing that would distract them, give them a quick rush of dopamine, or make them forget about their problems. Not you, though. You are not like everyone else. You get the feeling that there's more to this place than meets the eye. Something that might change everything. Your nervous system is picking up on these words right now in ways you might not even be aware of. It's possible that your heart rate has changed a little. The depth of your breath may have grown. And somewhere deep inside you, old neural pathways that have been sleeping are beginning to wake up in beautiful new ways. This isn't just another video to get you going. Your frequency is being turned on. It takes your consciousness in a new direction. This very moment, a small change is being made to your personal quantum field. Researchers who study human potential at its highest level have found that real change doesn't begin with a big, hard action. It starts with a small, quiet shift in your awareness. A tiny shift in how you see the world that has beautiful effects on every part of your life. Holding your attention here with me is the first step in that process. You are about to find out truths that will change your life about your consciousness, your hidden patterns, and the calling of your destiny. These are secrets that most people don't find out until they've been lost and unhappy for decades. As you watch this, something real will happen that will change the way you see the world. You'll have big realizations that could change the way you think about who you are and why you're here. You might be surprised by this. Scientists studying the brain have found that people miss about 94% of the chances that could change their lives. Why? Our brain's automatic avoidance response starts as soon as we feel even the slightest bit uncomfortable. Take a moment to think about that. Your mind automatically turns down almost every chance to completely change your life before you even know it exists. In a loving but wrong attempt to keep you safe, your brain is actually holding you back. Still more amazing is the fact that your unconscious mind knows your next 5 moves 6 to 8 seconds before your conscious mind does. Your subconscious mind has already made up its mind as you read these words. If you read this all the way through, do something with what you learn and let this moment be the beautiful turning point it is meant to be. Then it's chosen. Not just vague thoughts. This is the real, documented truth of how your mind is shaping your life, second by second. But below the surface, something even more magical is going on. Researchers in quantum physics have found that consciousness is what turns waves of possibility into the world we see and experience. The quantum field around you is literally changing every second that you pay full attention to this. You are making new patterns of possibilities that didn't exist before you chose to be here now. It's not just a video you're seeing, you are actively making your new reality happen. What did you know? Your heart makes an electromagnetic field that is 5,000 times stronger than the one your brain makes. In every direction, it goes out a few feet from your body. The electromagnetic signature of your heart is changing as these ideas start to hit home with the deep, wise part of you. A new frequency is being sent into the quantum field. This frequency will start to attract experiences, opportunities, and people who are compatible with the new you. This is why some events, messages, and people feel like they were meant to be. It's not a coincidence. In the place where your consciousness meets the infinite intelligence of the universe, magnetic fields are created. You are going to get exactly what your soul needs at this meeting to move on to the next level of its evolution. And now for the most amazing part. You are here right now, which means that your unconscious mind has already chosen to change. You got to this spot with the help of your higher self. This message had something in it that your soul knew it needed to hear. This sound is your consciousness calling out to itself, making the right conditions for you to awaken. Let's do more than just watch a video. You're not here to just take in information. You are here to actively change, to feel more deeply, and to grow in a real way. By the end of our journey together, you will finally understand the invisible chains that have been holding you back and find the exact steps you need to take to break free. Not tomorrow or today, but right now. The voice in your head that told you to keep watching, that soft whisper that said, "Listen up. This is for you," is your higher intelligence. This is the moment you make it. Yes, this is the universe working together to make the perfect conditions for the thing your soul has been longing for to happen. Now you have the quantum advice. If your soul wants to change, read this message and become a part of our community. Now is the time to start evolving. We need to talk about this moment first before we get to the beautiful change you're looking for. Now, because life is moving forward with or without your permission, and you are at a very important crossroads, whether you know it or not. No one can stop time. It doesn't care about our fears, our reasons for putting things off, or our excuses. It just keeps going, carrying us along with it. You are making choices right now, whether you are fully in charge of your life or just letting it flow. There are small ones and big ones, but they are all leading you to the same future. What you think, how you feel, and what you choose to do is like throwing a pebble into the huge ocean of possibilities. There are ripples that go out a long way beyond what you can see. You can grow, be brave, and become the best version of yourself that you've always imagined by taking one path. People who walk this path are brave. They will grow, and they will have experiences that will make you feel truly alive. People who don't want to settle for a okay life follow this path. If you take the other path, you'll end up stuck, making excuses and feeling quiet, long-lasting disappointment. On this route, there is the least amount of work to be done. It's the easy prison that many people think is safe. Dreams that were never lived out and the question, what if, keep coming back to haunt it, giving it a bitter taste that gets stronger over time. There is no getting around the fact that your fate doesn't start next year. It doesn't just start working when you finally know everything, feel completely ready, or get permission from someone else to do so. This very moment, with the next choice you make, it starts to burn. When you put off your dreams, mindlessly scroll through content, or tell yourself, "I'll start tomorrow," you are making a choice. That choice is putting together your life, one brick at a time. Most people don't even know they're building their own prison until they get stuck inside and can't figure out how they got there. Tomorrow is not real, which is the tragedy. It's always easy to find another reason to wait or put something off. But perfection is the enemy of progress, and waiting for the perfect time is just a fancy way to put things off. The name for this is the preparation paradox. Things are less likely to happen if we spend more time getting ready to do something. Your brain tricks you into thinking that getting more ready will help you do better. But studies show that it's not true at all. People who act when they are 70% sure always do better than those who wait until they are 90% sure. Why? Because most of the time, the window of opportunity has closed by the time there is 90% certainty. Momentum, not perfection, is what the universe rewards. It reacts to movement, not planning over and over again. For every day you wait, interest builds up and starts to work against you instead of for you. If you put $1 into an investment today and it doubled every day, you'd have more than $1 billion in 30 days. When you start after only 10 days, you'll have less than $1 million. Delay doesn't come cheap. It costs more and more over time. This is true for everything. The people you don't meet, the things you don't learn, and the goals you don't press forward with. All of these things make life feel more and more limited when they're not there. A lot of people say, "I'll begin when I'm prepared." They're waiting for motivation to hit them like a lightning bolt and confidence to arrive like a package. But I want to tell you a truth that might make you feel bad. No one is ever really ready. Not you. Not me. No one who has ever done something great. When they took their first step, the most successful people in history were often scared. They didn't feel ready, sure of themselves, or in their league at all. They were different from everyone else because they were afraid, but still went ahead. They knew that being ready is not a feeling, but a choice. It's messy to grow. It makes me feel bad. You have to leave the place where you have been comfortable, even if that place has turned into a cage. If you want to get where you want to go, you have to be ready to let go of the version of yourself that got you here. Becoming who you are means letting go of the person you were. It's never easy to do this. It will hurt your pride. Long stories will be told about why you should wait, why you're not good enough, and why you need more time. But these are only stories, beautifully written lies meant to keep you where you are. Your mind is making a choice right now. Should I push through this feeling or run away to something easier? People who only dream and people who make their dreams come true are very different on that seemingly small choice. It's where the road splits. The universe doesn't have to say yes to you. Though the fact that you are here right now is a pretty strong sign, you don't need one. You don't need a guru or someone to save you. You just need to let go of the idea that there is a perfect time to start. There is no such thing as ideal conditions. It's a fairy tale we tell ourselves when we don't want to start. We are living in the only real moment right now. And there are endless possibilities in this moment. There are lots of chances and miracles in the universe waiting for you to say yes. But you have to be a part of them. You have to make a choice. Most people are stuck, either living through the regrets of yesterday or being paralyzed by the worries of tomorrow. But this very moment is the only place where real change can ever take place. The past is just a thought. The future is a blank page. Today is the day you have power. This message got to you today instead of last week, when you might not have been ready to hear it, or next month, when the chance might have been lost. You're here because you want more. Let's talk about that inner voice first. Then talk about the dreams you've been putting off. You know that one. That voice that says, "Don't do that. You're not going to succeed. You're not good enough." You've heard that voice in the background for years, maybe even decades. It has shaped your decisions, your sense of self-worth, and your whole life. Your inner critic has always been with you. It's like a self-appointed guard that tries to keep you safe by making you feel small. It sounds just like you. It makes sense to you. It feels like the real truth from you. But here's something most people don't know. That voice is lying. It may use your tone, but it came from somewhere else. That's because of old worries, hurts, and mean things people said to you when you were too young and trusting to know any better. It's made up of societal expectations and 1,000 little things that make you want to give up. That voice inside your head was formed every time someone told you to be realistic, every time you tried and failed, and every time you felt judged or ignored. It learned that you would fail before you even started, so it could protect you from pain in the future. It has more power the longer you believe it. It turns into the lens that you use to see every chance, the filter that sorts through all the options. But this voice doesn't know what will happen to you. It knows only what happened in the past and thinks that tomorrow will be an exact copy of today. There have been times when you felt like you had an idea right away. There was a time when you thought about being brave, risky, or finally going after a lifelong dream. When you're completely clear, you get a glimpse of the person you could be. But then, after only milliseconds, that voice comes back. It doesn't yell. It just whispers over and over with what sound like perfectly reasonable worries. What if you fail? What are people going to say? You don't have enough work history. It's not the right time. And in that brief pause, that second of doubt, your potential goes away. The dream stops breathing. There is less time to act now. Most people's lives go like this. They fail in small, quiet ways over and over again, but never in a big way. This effect is known as the 5-second rule by neuroscientists. When you feel like doing something, you have about 5 seconds before your brain steps in with all of its fears and doubts to keep you safe. That 5 seconds is what makes the difference between the life you live now and the life you could live. The smartest people have learned to pay attention to these 5-second windows. They don't wait for the fear to go away. As they count down from 5 to 2, 3, 1, they move. But it's not just what you do on the outside. You have to make a promise to yourself before your mind can try to talk you out of it. It's about putting your future self ahead of your comfort right now. Every big step forward you take starts with a small choice you make when you are feeling clear, before fear clouds your mind again. We're lucky to be here now. You must do something about them right away. Take a moment to really understand this before moving on. Anxiety will always look like sense. Fear is smart. It doesn't show up as crazy panic. This thing puts on a suit and calls itself common sense. Let's be practical, it says in a whisper. The time is wrong. Wait until you're sure of yourself. Most of us don't question these arguments because they sound so grown up and responsible, but they're really just fear dressed up as knowledge. People who do well never wait for confidence. They are aware of their fear and still move forward. They know that being brave doesn't mean not being afraid. It means doing something anyway. They know that confidence comes from doing things, not the other way around. Every expert used to be a beginner. Every story of success began with someone who was scared and unsure, but still chose to start. You can be ready even if you don't feel ready. Think about the most important discoveries ever made. None of them were made by people who were sure they were ready. They were made by people who were ready to take action even though they didn't know what would happen. It was clear to them that the path only becomes clear once you start walking, not when you stand at the beginning and try to plan every step. The truth is that you'll never be sure of something for sure. You will have to wait a very long time. Being ready is not an emotion. You can choose. A choice to act even though you are scared. Your inner critic will always be there because it's built into you to help you survive. Its job is to keep you alive, not to make you thrive. Because it cared, you should thank it, and then choose to lead with your soul. Right now, right this second, you have everything you need to start. When you have more cash, no. Not now that you think you're smarter. Not when everyone else has faith in you. Right now, you are enough just the way you are. That voice telling you otherwise is just using old software. Let's honor what's already inside you before we talk about the future you are meant to make. Most people feel like they're missing something important in their lives, like more time, more talent, or better connections. They are always looking for that one thing outside of themselves that will finally make them reach their full potential. That being said, the truth is shocking. You already have everything you need. You're not hurt. You don't lack anything. What an amazing journey you have ahead of you. You are a whole and perfect being. This truth has been buried for a long time by comparisons and conditioning. There is a copy of you that is ready to be used. A version that shows up when things go wrong. A version that won't give up. A version that wants more from life than just being average. There is already this version of you. Just remember it and let it come forward. You don't have to build it. When you stop playing small to make other people feel good, when you stop saying sorry for your light and start shining it right, it comes out. From the very core of your being comes an unimaginable pulse of energy. Being the smartest or fastest isn't what makes you great. It's about choosing to keep going even when you really want to give up. What a powerful thing that is, and it's yours. If this hits home for you, show your support by giving this video a like and signing up for Quantum Advice. It helps us awaken more souls. The power inside you doesn't care about what's going on or what happened in the past. It only cares that you choose to use it. In history, some of the biggest successes came from starting out in the worst ways. Your problems are not obstacles. They are the building blocks that will help you become great. You are stronger because of all the hard times. You've learned something valuable from every failure. There's been no waste in your life. Before we start making plans for your perfect life, I want you to know this. Potential is not found. It is awakened. You do not need to look for it. It's already inside you, just waiting to come out. When you choose to live from a place of fear instead of a place of purpose, you awaken. When you live from fear, you try to stay safe and avoid pain. You keep doing the same limiting things over and over because you are in a defensive, survival-based mindset. Living with a purpose means giving your life meaning and making a difference in the world for something bigger than yourself. This way of thinking is offensive and thriving, and it will pull you toward growth and deep fulfillment. Everything changes when you make this move. Think about the things you've already made it through. You've been through things that were meant to break you, but you're still here. There have been days when you thought it was impossible to keep going, and days when giving up seemed like the only option. No matter what, you're still alive, still standing, and still looking for more. That's not being weak. That is strength that can't be broken. You have always been able to get through your worst days. It's not luck. That's strength. People who do well in life don't always have a plan B. They just refuse to give up and can't be defeated. They have more faith in their own power than in the chaos around them. Others wait for things to be just right, but they work with what they have, where they are. You have more power than you think, and you already have everything you need to take charge of your life. You just need to choose to use them. Let's talk about the one thing that will make a huge difference in your life: taking action. So far, everything we've talked about is just an idea. Ideas alone, though, are just daydreams. Knowing something without using it is just for fun. There is a reason you are here. Because a part of you knew you were ready for this. Your consciousness guided you here. Now comes the real test, putting this insight into action in the real world. This is the part where most people get stuck. They feel inspired and driven, but then they don't do anything. But you're not like them. You stayed for so long because you were interested. Because you're ready to face the truth, you believe that you can do so much more. Today, take the first step, even if it seems small or not quite right. You could call someone you've been putting off, write down a goal, or start a new daily habit that fits the person you are becoming. Don't wait for perfect conditions to happen. They are not real. Right now is the only time that really matters. The things you do today will affect the person you will be in the future. Picture yourself a year from now. Why do you want them to thank you? You want them to remember the brave choice they made as the moment when everything got better. That person you'll be in 6 months, a year, or 5 years will be so thankful that you were brave today. Imagine what would have happened if the person in the future who feels bad about it now. This version of you didn't do anything. They gave in to fear. They are still where they are and are haunted by what-ifs and chances they didn't take. As you read these words, they look back and wish with all their hearts that they had made a different choice. We're not trying to scare you. This is meant to make people feel a sacred sense of urgency. Your time is the most valuable thing you own. Each choice you make today is a vote for the person you want to be in the future. Don't look to other people for permission. It has to come from inside. Please accept this as proof. You already know what to do. You've known all along. Making the choice to act is the first step toward the life you've been wanting. Leave a comment and share. Which one limiting belief are you ready to let go of today? Your big step forward could be the thing that sets off someone else's. Remember that change never happens when you wait. It starts with the first little step. You only need to take the first step in faith, not the whole staircase. Action makes things clear. Moving around builds momentum. You don't start and then figure it out. You figure it out as you go. There's a beautiful way for the universe to help people who help themselves. When you act even though you're not sure what to do, resources show up. Opportunities show up. Helpers show up in ways you couldn't have planned. It's not magic. It's just how things work. When you change what you do, you shift your position in the quantum web of reality, which opens up new possibilities for you. You can pick a new path today that will take you straight to the life you've always known you were meant to live. You could watch this video every morning to really feel these truths, or you could send it to someone you know who needs to hear it. Sharing this kind of consciousness sends out energetic waves that speed up both your and their manifestation. This was meant for you to see. There was no chance in this algorithm. There was synchronicity here. This was your higher self giving you exactly what you needed at the correct time. Now, go be the person you were meant to be all along. Not tomorrow, not this week, right now. The world needs your one-of-a-kind gift. It's now your turn. Now is your time. Your change starts with the next choice you make. Be brave when you choose. Pick with love. Pick now. Sign up for the Quantum Advice community to show your support if this message touched you. One breakthrough at a time, we're here to help you reach your full potential. Your amazing future is calling you. Are you going to answer? You need to know how synchronicities will start to show up all around you now that you're aware of these truths. In our next video, the 5 synchronicities you'll only notice once you wake up. will show you the exact signs that show your change has already begun.